Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Can't Tell Us Nothing show. The sound you're hearing right now, there it is. The sound you're hearing right now is the Can't Tell Us Nothing, an improv group out of Houston, Texas. Can't Tell Us Nothing is made out of 4 amazing people. One of those people is named Amici.
What's up?
That's what he sounds like. One of those is John.
Hey, yo.
Yep, that's him. And then a third one is Tandy. She sounds like that sometimes. And myself, Antoine. And like I said, this is the Can't Tell Us Nothing show. What is this show? The show is we take opinions, discussions, topics, turn those into improv scenes right on the spot. We just make them up as we go. There'll be characters, there'll be plot, there'll be twists. We don't even know what we're going to say, but it's going to be amazing. Sometimes we're joined by very special guests to help inspire our team. That's one of them right there. Tandy, who's on the line today?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should redial. We got somebody on. I wasn't anticipating.
Mute the mic.
No. Tonight's guest is one of my very, very dear friends, Miss Simone A. Nicholas.
Yeah. What's her name?
Simone A. Nicholas. Simone is a very dear friend of mine. We graduated from college together and we've been friends ever since. She's really basically kept up with me. I have to admit. No, she's the best at keeping up with people and just staying in touch.
And what college was that again?
Dartmouth College.
I'm sorry, say that slowly. Say it slowly and pronunciate it.
Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire.
You mean like the one off Superbad?
Let's be clear.
Be clear. Oh, it's so much clarity.
Dartmouth College. Thank you.
Wow. 2 dramatic pauses. If you're counting. 2 dramatic pauses.
Simone A. Nicholas hails from Brooklyn, New York.
Hey.
She is a current resident. You're in Long Island, right? Long Island.
I am, and that's why it's Brooklyn to Baldwin, baby.
Brooklyn to Baldwin, and she is principal there in New York City schools. She is the she don't know nothing about me. Look at her trying. I mean, there's
nothing about me.
I know.
You want me to say it? Do you need me to take this part over?
Go ahead.
She is Pick out some things. Okay, so yes, I'm from Brooklyn. Yes.
All right.
Yes, I'm in Baldwin now. Yes. I am also a principal in the New York City school system. Yes. I do a lot of service.
Yes, get into it.
I do a lot of service, more than 35 years of service, even though I'm not 35, but I know this doesn't crack. Let me just show the folks. Yeah, over 35 years of service in various organizations, predominantly Black women's organizations. I'm a member of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, Long Island chapter, as well as the National Council of Negro Women, Long Island Cross County section, to which I currently serve as the president.
Wow. You're busy.
Awesome.
I know those things, but I probably couldn't say them all like back to back.
So how do you sleep if you are a principal and you are a leader in all of those different organizations?
So, as you know, when you say how do you sleep, I sleep well. So you have to be wise about what you choose to prioritize with your time. So are you going to prioritize responding to everybody when it's their emergency? Or are you going to try to balance your life so that everything kind of makes sense? And I don't have it all together, trust me. There are days like you that, that shower don't get seen until 10, 11 o'clock at night. And don't be playing like you wake up every morning and shower. No, you don't. So then
are you talking to Can't Tell Us Nothing?
All of us in the world. Yeah, you can't tell you nothing. There are days where you may have missed calls and missed text messages, and you will eventually get back to it because this pandemic has kind of made everybody put things in a different perspective. Listen, life is too short. It is not promised, and your emergency is not my emergency. And don't be coming up in front of me with your nasty breath because I don't want no Rona. So
how do people take that whenever they bring you an emergency? Their metaphorical hair is on fire, and you tell them slow it down. I don't care that much. How do they take that?
Oh, well, let's be clear for all of those that are watching. I absolutely care. So I do let's be clear. I care, but sometimes your response has to be no response. It has to be prioritized where you're kind of asking the question back. So I have a fire. And what did you do about that fire? I got hit by a car. Were you standing in the front of in the middle of school? I can't take it anymore. I'm a jump. So while we want, everybody to maintain good physical health, we have to really be careful with our mental health. And so you have to really, one, pick and choose how you're going to be responsive. And two, you just have to do a lot of this. Because honestly, if I respond to everything immediately, I don't want to give anybody the wrong answer. And so I have to be really careful because a lot of people depend on me. But what's most important to me in my school is those children. Mm-hmm. Anything and everything, it don't matter when it comes down to my babies over there. And they know it because Tandy has absolutely seen me in action.
Oh my God.
Oh, really? When?
Oh my gosh. I know it blew my mind, right? When we were going to our class reunion, I rode up with with Simone and another friend from New York. And so I got there, I think it was like a day or so before. And so she's like, you can come, that's great. But it's like the end of the school year. We have our graduation ceremony. You're going to come with me to the school and you'll just be there. Did I take a cab?
Ceremony, some kind of like awards presentation or something.
I took a cab to the school, right? That like from the airport to the school. And I just put my luggage in your office. And then I was just at the school with her, which is a fantastic situation. This is called the school. Can I say the name? Never mind. Okay, it's the school by the sea.
They can Google me and find me.
It's the school by the sea, and it's actually like right across the street from the school is the beach, man. I mean, I don't know how New York City beaches get down. I can't talk about that, but it looked like a beach to me because it could have been something that you're not supposed to.
The beach is the boardwalk, actually, and the ocean.
And so, can you imagine just sitting in class and your mind wanders, and you look out and you see that? I don't even know how I'd make it through that school, but it doesn't matter. Okay, anyway, so they're at the school, right? She's orchestrating this stuff, and you got it. Okay, we grew up. For all intents and purposes, we grew up together. So for me to see Simone manage a large group of adults and children was just mind blowing because it's Simone. So
especially since we were talking about Planters cheese balls. Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly. So like she whipped this thing into shape. Not that it was out of shape, but she just walked and she's just oh gosh, what was it? What was your phrase that you kept telling the kids?
Foolishness.
It was foolishness, but it was and like people were making noise during the program. She grabs the mic from whomever. Babies, that's it. My babies, my angels, students. I know that you all want to be here, and it's a shame that so many people are talking. Please turn to your parents or whoever and tell them, let's be respectful. I like you're empowering children to control their parents. Yeah, she did it with a straight face. I was like, yeah, that was amazing. Hilarious. That was absolutely amazing.
Right, yeah, but I love my students. I love their families. I have been with them. I'm going into my 6th year with them as principal. And, it's really about building relationships as well as having high expectations. But when somebody says, it's a fire, what did you do about said fire? Because, you have to also build people.
You're right.
Because if not, then you become the dumper and then you become the person that only fixes it. But how are you truly empowering a community?
That's right. Ooh, look at that.
I completely agree. There's two parts of that I like. One of it is one of the things I ask myself if a team member were to bring an emergency, like you said, to me, I would ask myself, is there anything I would do differently or anything I have at my disposal that they do not? And if I'm struggling to find that, then I would ask them that question, like, have you done this? Did you try that? Because that's what I would do. and put the power back in their hands. The other thing is I think people don't really have a great idea of what emergencies are anymore, like actual emergencies. Whenever I think of emergencies nowadays, I think of like chemical trucks crashing on the freeway. Like, yeah, that's probably an emergency.
That is an emergency.
Yeah,
but everybody's, and especially, since March of 2020, everything is a stinking emergency. Everything. Yeah. We ain't got no garbage bags. We ain't got no garbage bags. You knew that.
You knew that when you locked the building up last night. Well, he's trying to get home.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, because I can talk about emergencies all day.
I was going to mention kind of what Antoine said. One of my roles at my job is firefighting, and which means, like you said, you sort through a lot of stuff and have to carefully choose what you want to touch or help, what you want to delegate, or even if it's a problem and all. And I'll say probably half of them are not typically problems at all. Something that they could have done, could have been prevented, still have a chance to clean up. But what I found is people don't like feeling uncomfortable.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. They don't like feeling if they are uncomfortable, to them, that is an emergency, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And to most normal, like the normal, as you get, I guess, higher up the chain, I guess, depends on the person. But for me, it's like people have a genuine problem with a little bit of discomfort. Mm-hmm. And if there's somebody they could dump that on, they'll do it, right? And don't even think about
it may not even only be discomfort. It's a lot of change. And so what we've absolutely experienced this year in particular is change. Now, mind you, we should be changing every year, because if I was the same person yesterday I was today, there's no growth. That's why, I mentioned earlier, stop acting like you ain't seen that shower until 10, 11 o'clock at night, because we have experienced like a change with our regular routine. And it's weird. And so how are we really going to go forward with the change? Are we going to accept it, or are we going to reject it? And in that rejection, that means, okay, well, you caused the change and I need you to fix the change so that I won't be uncomfortable and there is no change. But unfortunately, that's impossible. So within my role, both my professional and my personal life, I have a group of people to which I'm in a service area, as I mentioned before, with my organizations, that have no idea about how to promote anything via social media, but yet they still expecting we still gonna go to a P.O. box and wait for a letter so we can find out about information. We didn't do that. I'm trying to catch everybody up. It's like I can tag you today in something that's happening today, because I need you to log on today, because everybody got short-term memory, right?
Mm-hmm,
yep.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're experiencing this change, because traditionally, this is the routine that I'm used to. I'm used to waking up, praying, going to the restroom, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But now we waking up, people to bypass the restroom. They like, I could throw this on again today because ain't nobody seen me on camera yesterday. I tell my husband, because sometimes he says, "Did you cook?" I said, "Look, sir, imagine that every day you come in here, there's no food, right? Because I want you to always assume that I'm not cooking. That way, if you come in here and there's food, you're surprised."
Set the bar real low.
Right?
Makes sense,
but,
right?
Again, the routine of the change and the discomfort and the growth, it's weird. So I'm hoping that we all kind of transform during this changing year and season. Because are you kidding? Are you kind of like still doing the same things that you were doing before March 2020?
We cut to a restaurant meeting in the back. All right, guys. All right. I know that there's been a lot of changes. We have ever since March. There's been a lot of changes. But we got to do it to survive. Now, I've been hearing that you guys have had some concerns about some of the changes we're making in the restaurant. So I just want to get this all out in the open so we can handle these customers when they come in today. So
there's a fire in the kitchen.
Hey. Did you get the fire extinguisher? Okay. So, what was on your minds? I'm here.
Okay, I got an issue. I now have to buy all the food that we cook here. I have to go to the store on my way to work, pick up like thousands of dollars worth of groceries, basically, and bring them all in. And it's a lot. I don't get paid for that.
It's a lot. It is. Our supplier, as you know, has fallen on hard times and can no longer supply us. So we have to get by. And I appreciate you making that sacrifice for the restaurant, but it's just a change. You'll just have to, you'll adjust to it, right? You'll adjust to spending thousands of dollars on food every day. Yes.
My mama need her pots back, man. Look, Thanksgiving is coming. She says she can't make no turkey. She can't make no dressing. Every pot from the house is over here, man. We can't eat at our own house because you got me bringing all the pots from our house over here so we can cook food at this restaurant, man. What's up with that? Buy your own pots.
That is true. We're all experiencing a lot of change. There's changes in our restaurant. We now have pots. There's changes at your mom's house. She doesn't have pots anymore. She'll adjust to the change over time. It's a different time ever since March. So I completely understand, and I thank her for her sacrifice. We'll make sure to get these pots back to her after everything has blown over with this whole pandemic stuff, which I'm sure is going to be about another week or so.
Man, it's almost a year, man.
Well, for everybody done, I'd like to say my piece.
Please do, Elroy.
Well, y'all know I'm Elroy.
Yep.
I used to be the custodian here, and now y'all got me greeting people and serving tables, and I don't do that. Elroy, we just do custodial duties.
Are you saying that there's more Elroys? It sounded like you made some sort of representation of the people.
Well, yeah, I'm Elroy the third. Like I'm the third generation of Elroys. We never did no work like this. I mean, it's nasty. I'm not supposed to be next to no table when people eating. I'm supposed to be coming in after when I'm not around those people.
Now, Elroy, I'm a bit surprised to hear this because a lot of people would consider this a promotion. Your duties have changed. You're no longer cleaning things up. You're actually putting things out and interacting with people directly. Are you saying that you would prefer to be dealing with trash and garbage?
Listen, Elroys believe that you got one gift, and it's your job to give that gift to the world. Now you getting Elroy all mixed up in people's plates and cabbages and all of that nonsense that I don't know nothing about. Give me a mop, bucket, some chemical. Boy, I turn to a wizard.
We cut to a table. I'm sorry, I just went to the bathroom. What happened to my plates, my food here on the table? Sir, what happened to
my name is Elroy.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Elroy.
You can see the name tag right here. All right.
And it's a little unusual. Yes, sir. But I hadn't even really started. I just took
Listen, ma'am, I don't really got a lot of patience with filthy people like you leaving all that food and stuff all over the table.
I didn't leave it. I just went to the bath.
You went to the bathroom. It was corn all on the side of the sheets of the table and the chairs. It's gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna take me 10 minutes to clean that up, and I just got done putting that plate on the ground. Don't you got some respect for people like me?
But you greeted us. You showed us to the table. What do you mean, people like you? You're a greeter.
Yeah, and you attract dirt in the store too. When I greeted you.
What? Why are you paying attention to these things? You're just supposed to show us to the table. What are you, like a janitor turn greeter or something?
Oh, wait a second. I mean, I don't come down to the Kroger's and slap the cucumbers out of your hands, huh?
How did you know I work in the produce section at Kroger?
You smell like old cucumbers that have been left out without, water or something. I listen, I'm not trying to get all into the particulars here, all right? But if you don't back up a little bit, I'm going to have to use this mop in a way that I don't think my boss man would like.
You going to hit me with the mop? I just I just ordered food. I barely took a bite off the plate. I went to the restroom to wash my hands. I come back and all of my food is gone, and you're insulting me, you're insulting my job, and saying that I'm tracking dirt into the restaurant. I need
Did
to
you
see
wash your
manager.
hands when you came out of the bathroom?
Okay,
we cut to him at another table later that night. Hold on, what are you saying? You saying that my son cannot eat here because he's a little messy? He's a baby, sir.
Nah, man, he's way too messy. He got food all in his hair. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
He's a baby.
That looks poor on your parenting skills. Your kid can't even put food in a hole in his head.
That's what all kids do.
I could even understand him putting it in one of his ear holes, but not on top of his head, man. You're just causing a mess for Elroy, and I don't like that. All right?
Who's Elroy?
Can't you read the name tag? Oh, it got baby food on the name tag because your son threw the baby food all over and hit Elroy in the name tag.
Look, I'm sorry my kid's a little messy, all right? I'll leave an extra tip. Just let us finish our meal. And
he has to go outside. I'm sorry, sir. You got to take him outside.
I got to take him outside?
You got to take him outside.
Are you saying we need to leave?
You don't have to leave. I'm saying that he has to leave. It's ruining the experience, you know? I mean, I don't have to keep talking. If you need to talk to my manager, please do. Elroy don't do customer service, all right? Elroy does his custodial duties, do them mighty damn well, by the way.
I mean, well,
and I take pride in that too.
If that's the case, you can just clean up for him after we're gone.
Oh, I'm just your butler now. I'm just supposed to do everything for you because you come and just want to just sit down and just plop. I guess this is your table too, huh? You want to go in the back? I got your bed ready for you too, boss. Listen, get this kid out of here, or else. I'm gonna do something with this mop, and I'm gonna do something with this bucket.
We cut to Elroy at home. I know they didn't tell Elroy. They threatened you, and you had a mop, Elroy. I know they didn't tell Elroy that.
That's what they said.
Elroy, come out here, Elroy.
Is Elroy home?
Elroy's home.
Elroy's here.
Yeah,
Elroy,
I'm home, y'all. I'm home.
Okay.
Hey, Elroy, how was work?
Hey, what's up, Uncle? What's up, Uncle Elroy and brother Elroy?
Elroy was telling me what they told Elroy down at the restaurant.
Yeah, tell Elroy about your day.
Yeah.
Man, y'all ain't gonna believe this mess, man. They got me up there trying to call it a promotion, got me out here doing filthy work, man. Serving food to people, watching them spill it all over the bowls.
Elroy, you was next to people with food and stuff?
Yes.
Elroy don't like that.
Elroy don't like that, man, Elroy.
I'm sorry, Grandma Elroy. I know I ain't trying to get your blood pressure up like
That's right. Grandma Elroy.
Grandma Elroy. Uncle Elroy, brother Elroy, Grandma Elroy.